Welcome back to the Work Chat, your go-to podcast for mastering workplace communication and overcoming modern workplace challenges. I'm Logan.
And I'm Ava. And today, we're talking about something that professionals often find challenging: setting boundaries at work without feeling guilty.
Guilt. We've all been there, saying yes to extra work even when we're overwhelmed, answering emails late at night, or agreeing to last-minute requests because we don't want to seem difficult.
Exactly. But setting boundaries doesn't mean you're being unhelpful or unprofessional. It actually makes you more productive, respected, and balanced.
So today, we're going to share practical, actionable tips to help you set boundaries confidently without feeling bad about it.
All right, let's start with the big question. Why do we feel guilty when we try to set boundaries?
I think a big reason is that we don't want to disappoint people. We feel like saying no will make us seem unhelpful or not a team player.
And then there's fear of missing out. We worry that if we say no to a project or a meeting, we'll be left out of important decisions or opportunities.
Plus, let's be real. Some of us were raised with the idea that being good at your job means always saying yes or saying yes most of the time.
But here's the truth: healthy boundaries don't make you less valuable. They make you more effective, more focused, and ultimately more respected. When you set clear limits, you protect your time and energy, allowing you to perform at your best without burnout.
Absolutely. All right, let's get into the good stuff. How do we actually set boundaries without guilt?
Tip number 1: be clear and direct.
Yes. A lot of times, we over-explain or apologize when setting boundaries. But the key is to be firm, but polite. Instead of saying, I'm so sorry, but I don't think I can take this on, try, I'd love to help, but I don't have the bandwidth right now. Orient. I can't take that on this week, but I can revisit it next month.
Love it. And I want to share a real life example. My coworker used to always say yes to covering extra shifts. When she finally started saying, I can't this time, but I hope you find someone, people respected it, and she felt way less stressed.
Now, let's talk about tip number 2. Use positive no responses.
What do you mean by that?
Instead of a flat-out no, try a positive no that offers an alternative. For example, instead of saying, I can't work late, try to say something like, I can't stay late today, but I'm happy to help first thing in the morning.
Oh, that's a good one. You're still being helpful without overextending yourself.
Moving on to tip number 3, set communication boundaries.
This one is huge. If you're getting messages or phone calls after hours, it's okay to set expectations. You can say something like, I don't check emails after 6 p.m., but I'll get back to you first thing in the morning. Or you can say, I unplug after 6 p.m. to take care of my family, but I'll respond to your message first thing in the morning.
And if you're working remotely, you can even add this to your email signature or Slack status, so people know your response times.
This is such a simple way to reinforce boundaries without awkwardness.
All right, finally, tip number 4, adjust your mindset.
This is a big one. A lot of us struggle with boundaries because deep down, we feel guilty about saying no.
Right. But here's the thing. You can't pour from an empty cup. If you're constantly overworked, you won't be able to perform at your best.
Exactly. Instead of thinking, saying no means I'm letting people down, try shifting to, saying no allows me to focus on what truly matters.
And remember, your time is just as valuable as anyone else's. When you respect your own boundaries, others will too.
So, these are all great tips. But Logan, what happens when you set a boundary, but someone pushes back?
I know this is tough, but first, stay firm. If you cave the first time, people will keep pushing. Just repeat your boundary calmly. Second, don't feel the need to over-explain. If someone asks, can't you just make an exception? You can say, I really can't this time, but I appreciate you understanding. And if it's a manager pushing back, try framing it around your workload. Say, if I take this on, I'll need to deprioritize another task. Which one should I shift?
That way, you're showing that you want to help, but your time isn't unlimited.
All right, it's time to do a quick recap. Tip number 1, be clear and direct. No need to over-apologize. Tip number 2, use positive no responses. Offer an alternative when possible. Tip number 3, set communication boundaries. Protect your personal time. Tip number 4, adjust your mindset. Remind yourself that setting boundaries is healthy. And finally, stay firm when facing pushback. Restate your boundary confidently.
And most importantly, setting boundaries isn't selfish. It's necessary for your well-being and success.
If you enjoyed this episode, subscribe to the Work Chat and share it with a friend who could use some boundary setting tips.
And let us know, what's the hardest part about setting boundaries at work for you? DM us or leave us a comment.
Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time on the Work Chat.
See you next time.